Hey, what's up guys? Tony here from the Dev Dojo. And in this video, we are going to be creating a software as a service in a half an hour a day. So if you're following along with this series, you're basically taking a half hour out of your day to come follow along as we kind of sit side by side and create a software as a service together. The SaaS that we are creating is called Fancy Bar. You can see it right here in front of us. It is a simple software as a service that you can add these nice bars to your website. That's kind of like a call to action. We'll have split testing and a bunch of other designs that a user can add to their website. But this website is going to be built using Wave. And if you want to check out Wave, you can check out devdojo.com/Wave. It is a software as a service starter kit that you can have authentication, subscriptions, invoices, user profiles, and so much more out of the box. So if you want to build your own software as a service, make sure to come here and check it out. This video is also going to be sponsored by Cloudways. So I do have a video on my YouTube channel about how you can host Wave on the Cloudways platform. And if you want to take advantage of a free $50 hosting credit, be sure to sign up and be sure to use promo code DevDojo. So if you go to sign up, you can then go here to got a promo code, enter in promo code DevDojo, and you will receive a free $50 hosting credit. Okay, so now that we got that stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into it. It's been a while since I created the last video, and that's because I was actually moving across the country. Me and my family moved from California to Florida. So far, we're in an apartment right now, and we're waiting for our new house to be built. So I'm going to try and make these videos, again, as frequent as I can, because we just got done, unboxing a lot of stuff, and it's just been crazy last month. But enough with that. Let's go ahead and dive into it. So last time we left off, we have a section on our website called bars where we can go to, and you can click to view each one of these nice little fancy bar drop downs. We also set up on the homepage, you could enter in a specific URL. Say if we were to enter in laravel.com, and it's actually going to generate a screenshot of the website. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to have each of these bars, kind of like the thumbnail you can click on. We want to see what that bar is going to look like on this particular website. Sorry, you may see my daughter running around in the background as well, but it's all good. Okay, so I think in this video, what I want to do is on that page, I want to show these thumbnails. So when you go to that page, I actually want to show these thumbnails right above that screenshot. And to make sure that this video doesn't go over a half hour, I'm just going to set my timer right now, and we are ready to rock and roll. Okay, so I got to go back to where this route is, the /create. And I need to open up my code. And it has been a little while since I jumped into this code base, so things will be interesting. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. And the cool thing is, it's nice to be able to track down exactly where those files are. I don't know why this stupid pop-up comes up for VS Code now. I could care less. I hate pop-ups like this. Oh my gosh, VS Code, you are going to make me switch back to Sublime Text. Okay, close all. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to go to my routes web.php, and then I trace the /create route to the specific controller. So this is inside of app http livewire bar /create. So let's go ahead and search for create.php, and we have that right here. And this loads up the view at livewire.bar.create. So we can go to our resources, views, livewire, bar, and create. Okay, so track down where that file is. Sometimes whenever you leave a code base and then you come back, you kind of have to like refresh your memory about where the files are located, and yeah, it's just something that happens. Okay, so let me go ahead and just print out something here, hello, and I want to see where this lands. So I go back here, click reload. Yeah, it looks like that's right there. So I probably want to add this inside of this image right here. So if we are loading, we show the loader. If not, then we're going to show the image. And we probably also want to show each of these thumbnails. And another thing maybe that we don't want to do is we probably, if the URL has already been entered, we probably don't want the URL to be rendered again. So say that somebody came here and just kept on refreshing the page, that we would just keep on generating that code, or we would keep on regenerating that image every time. So let me see if there's a way that we can do this. So in here we have the URL. So we have browser shot this URL. So maybe we can even create a table, and this we could, use to store any URLs and screenshots. It might be something kind of cool just to have that you could look back and see kind of the URLs that people are entering in. And this may even just be for testing purposes. This, my mic is dropping on me here. Let me tighten this up. Yeah, so this might even just be for testing purposes that we, add this table, and then maybe we don't even use it anywhere. We just use it for checking out the URLs that people are entering as they come to our website. So let's create a migration. PHP Artisan, make migration, create. Do we want to call this websites table? I don't know if we do, because we may be using websites somewhere else. Maybe we call this website screenshot table. Website screenshots table. So this way we can see if the row already exists, then we could just re-show that thumbnail. So we have this here. Let's go to the migration app database, migrations. Okay, so we have the ID and the timestamps. So we probably also want the URL. So I'll say string URL, and we don't want this to be nullable, so we're not going to add that. And table string, and maybe this is where we want the image for that specific URL or the screenshot. And since we are calling it website screenshots, instead of image, we'll call this screenshot. Okay. So let's go ahead and run that migration. And boom. And then we probably also need a model for it to interact with this website screenshot table. So we'll say PHP Artisan, say make model website screenshot. Okay, so let's go to that model website screenshot. Actually, I don't know why I needed to go to that file. I just wanted to make sure it was there, I guess. Okay, so now whenever we create the screenshot, we want to basically add the URL and the location of the specific screenshot. So let's go into the create. And so we take this URL, and then we're also going to need to store this specific file location. So what do we call the file name? Okay, we just created a slug. Okay. So let's say above here we wanted to say screenshot file, and then right here is where we're going to store this whole string, and maybe we even need to store the public path. Okay, we'll check on that later. So I'm going to put this here, and then we want to save it as the screenshot file. And then let's go ahead and say that we want to create a website screenshot equals website screenshot create, and we want to pass the URL, which is going to be this URL, and then we also want to have the screenshot. So screenshot, and that is going to be screenshot underscore file. Okay, then we also need to include the namespace up here, so we'll say use app models and website screenshot. Okay, let's go ahead. Actually, before we test this out, inside of the model, we need to set which fields can be fillable. So we need to create a protected fillable variable, and we'll say that we want to allow the URL and the screenshot to be able to be filled when we call the create function. So if we didn't do this, instead what we could do is we could always just create a new website screenshot, and then we could say website screenshot URL equals, and then same with the screenshot file, and then we could save it. But if you are calling the create function, you need to specify what columns you want to be able to be fillable. It's just like a security measure in Laravel. So let's test this puppy out. Let's go back here. Boom, we land on the website. We're going to see what the fancy bar looks like on our URL. Oh, we still have that hello there. Maybe I didn't save that file. App models website screenshot not found. That's probably because app. Yep, it's just inside of the app folder. Okay, and then let's go back to the create. And this is where we're going to want to have the bar of bars. So this is where I want to have that bar that basically shows each of those screenshots that's kind of resembling what that bar is going to look like. It's a little kind of weird to explain, but it's a bar of bars. Let's test this out again. I guess I could just reload that page. Sweet. And probably want to have a div class flex column, so this sits on top. But let's check our database. Alrighty, localhost. There you are. And we are inside of fancy bar. So we should have website screenshots. And sure enough, there we have the URL and we have the screenshot. So now what we can do is we could actually, once we load that page, we can say, do we have this column in our database? If we do, serve up this screenshot. This way we also don't have to wait for the loader to happen. So let's go back to the create. And we may want to actually do this in the mount method. So if I were to say, let's see, request get URL, this URL. So I may want to say, how do I want to do this? Yeah, maybe I want to store a variable and just call this website. And so I'll say website equals website screenshot. And we want to find where the website screenshot URL is equal to this URL. And we want to find the first occurrence of that. And then I think down here, this render browser shot. Actually, maybe we don't even, if this exists, we don't even need to call this render browser shot. So say, oh, actually it needs to be this website. Okay, so if we have that, and where did we actually call, okay, loader, website screenshot, where did we load that loader? So loader is set to true. So I can actually say if is set this website ID. So if we do have an ID for this specific column in the database, then we can set loader equal to false. And let's go ahead and see what else we need to change. So we do have the image source right here, storage, websites, file name.jpg. Let's see where that file name is at. Okay, so we have that file name right here. We have this file name. So I probably want to put in the file name if we found the specific website. So I'll say this file name. Let's see how we're at on time. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So this file name equals, and if I were to get, say, this website, and see, this is where I'm trying to think, because we're actually getting the whole URL like this. So actually that makes sense. Maybe I can just say, okay, file name here, and then I'll say this file name. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could just go like this. So I could just store that right there. Boom, .jpg. That's good. So right here, I need to say this file name. Okay. And this file name equals this website. And we said screenshot. Okay. Undefined screenshot underscore file. Hey, Sage, what's wrong? What's wrong? Okay. 1 second. I'll probably have to pause the video and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So let me see the screenshot file. So where were we at? So undefined variable, and it looks like it's looking for this variable right there. So we'll say this file name. We need to put it right there. Let's go ahead and reload this and see what we're looking at. Okay, so we have a broken image, and that is probably what we want because we want to actually just output the whole file name right here. Hey, Sage, keep it down, please. Okay, so we'll add that right there, and we'll go ahead and reload this page, and there we go. So now we actually shouldn't be regenerating this thumbnail each time because we should be getting it from the database. So if I were to reload the page, yeah, you can see it automatically reloads. And this is good also for debugging too, because now we don't have to reload, see that loader, and have it fetch the screenshot every time. So let's go ahead and add this bar up here. Let's wrap this in a container. And I'm going to give it H full and W full. And then I'm going to say flex column, justify center, item center. Okay. Alrighty, and let's put that in there. And let's go ahead and take a look at this. Okay, so the bar of bars is up there. I actually want the bar to be at the very top. So I think I probably want to give this a class. And I'm trying to remember if this is self-start. I think that's what it is. Self-start. So I'm saying, even if we're saying justify center, I want this item to start. I want itself to start at the top. And that was the wrong way. Justify start. Maybe that's it. Nope. Okay, back to the Tailwind CSS documentation. Okay, maybe it's item start. That was it. Align items. There we go. Okay. Items start. Go back here, reload. And why is that not happening? Let's take a look. Go ahead and open up the developer tools. Move this down there. Okay. Nope, not what I wanted. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm wondering why the container isn't the full width. Let's go ahead and debug this. Okay, so we said we want this to be H full. Let me set the background of this to red. This is going to look really ugly for a second. Okay, so it is full width and full height. We have the bar there. So justify center, item center. What if we do item start? Okay. Let's do item center. And let's try justify start. Okay, so they're there at the top. We have item start right here. What if I were to actually add the class of items center right there? That's not doing anything. Let's see. You know what? What I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to have I'm just going to have this bar I'm just going to make them start at the top, and then I'll just have a margin bottom of maybe like 20. So what we would end up with, that's not working. Oh, okay. Wrong place. So I would just add the margin bottom right here and be of 20. So it'd be something like that. So let's go ahead and change this. Item center, justify center. Wanted justify start. And we wanted the bar to have a margin bottom of 20. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that's quite a bit better. So I can see that this background is gray right here, and I probably want maybe even a darker color up here, or maybe even white. Yeah, let's go ahead and try this out. So we'll say that we want W full, and right now I'm just going to say H of, we'll say 32. And then we want BG white. Let's give it a shadow. Say shadow XL. And this could always change later too. I think right now I just need to get the layout correct. And then inside of here, I think I probably want a div class equals. I'll say max W, let's just say 4XL, MX auto, flex. We want justify between item center. And then this is where all the thumbnails is going to live. So I'll say div thumbnail. I'm just going to see what this looks like for now. Oh, okay. So let's duplicate each of these thumbnails. And let's check out what this looks like now. Okay, so that's pretty good. So this is where each of those thumbnails are going to live. I'm wondering why that margin bottom is not listening to me. Let's see, what do we got here? Alrighty, where's that margin bottom? Did I remove it? Where's that at? H-32? Maybe I removed it. MB-20. Okay, there we go. I don't know if that shadow is a little too thick. Let's see. Shadow XL. You know what, and sometimes shadow is a little too much. Let's see, shadow SM. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Okay. So let's go ahead and say that we have class equals, so we want flex 1. And we'll say flex 1 for all of these. Go ahead and just go like that. Okay, so we have, oh, come on. Alrighty, there we go. So we have each of those thumbnails. Probably also want H-full. You know what, in fact, maybe we don't even need that flex 1. Let's go ahead and say W H-full flex items center. Let's reload that. And we also want justify center. And let's also give this a we'll say 20. And, oh, because we had H-full. Take that away. Okay, that's a little bit better. Now we have MT, we'll say 6. And let's give these a background of gray 200. And that's kind of just going to symbolize where the thumbnail is going to be. But I did want each of these to span the full width, so we did want that flex 1. And then in between each of those, we wanted a space -x of 3. Okay, that's looking pretty good so far. So I need to add the thumbnails that is located at our /bars page. So these thumbnails right here is what is going to be right here. So as the person clicks on it, it's then going to show what the bar is going to look like on their website. So let me see how we're at with time. Yeah, I think we're right at about 25 minutes, and I did have to pause the video for a second, but I think we're going to stop here. And then I think the next video we'll go ahead and add the thumbnails, and as you click it, it's going to show what the bar is going to look like on the website. So I'm back from that little break that I had. I'll be creating these videos kind of from here on out. I'm going to try and do it every day. Like I said, just a half an hour. And a lot of it is going to be unedited. I just thought I'd keep on doing these videos. So if my kid is running around in the background, that may just be the way that the video is going to go. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for hanging out with me for a half an hour as we create a software as a service together. If you have any questions for me or any comments, please feel free to leave them below. But I wish you a great day, and I will talk to you in the next video.